Hello and welcome back to the Bury Road to Glory Career Mode Season 3, Episode 44. My name's Lad. We have 7 wins from 7 games. Can we maintain this unbeaten streak? Let's jump into today's episode. We have matches against Coventry City, all in League 1, MK Dons at home on the 11th, Salford on the 18th and Luton on the 25th. And Pele Kampanzu joined us. If you didn't see the last episode, make sure you go and check that episode out. He had a fantastic debut, and hopefully he'll be a part of the winning formula in today's episode. Let's see how we get on, starting with some highlights. And to begin episode 4, we're going to show you some highlights in our match at the Rico Arena as we take on Coventry City. And Coventry, I think, around mid-table, maybe a bit above that. And it'd take us around half an hour to actually get a chance. Declan King here on the right makes a fool of the fullback Mason, crosses it into the 6-yard box. And how about that for a glancing header? Just enough to beat Morosi in the 6-yard box. And Sam Clare with the opening goal. And then after half an hour, Bakayoko finds Castaner, who crosses in from the right. And Hiwula with a mismatch there against Matheson, but ends up heading it over. It was a good chance. And then at the close of half time, Mason with some wonderful football with Hiwula gets himself down the left channel, back to Hiwula, and his lofted cross is tipped away by Kennedy. And then just when you think we're going to get it away, Darboe steals in, and then Castaner would get a 1-2 with Kelly and lash the ball in for the equaliser just before half time. You'll see here Angerin actually gets pulled out of position, and I think McDonald should be a bit deeper there, so maybe we have to train his defensive awareness a little bit, because Angerin's having to do all the defensive work himself and maybe a little bit mismatched. Danzy's not happy with that, as you can see. So at half time we would go in 1-1. Not a bad result so far, but just need to make sure that we maintain our professionalism and finish our chances. And then in the build-up to Coventry's second goal, you'll see McDonald gets wiped out, and then Clare fails to hold on to the ball, and Castaner gets cleared down this right-hand side. He's been a danger all game, and cuts inside, finds Kelly, who exchanges passes back with Castaner. The centre-back's pulled out of position, and Kelly slots the ball home for the 2-1. And then we're really lucky not to go 3-1 down here. McDonald gives the ball away, Allen with the low shot, and Kennedy pushes it round the post. And then from that corner, they'll send it in, and it's Kelly this time with a header just over the crossbar. And then finally this chance here for Hiwula, plays it into Bakayoko, who thunders one back off the post. Real wake-up call for Bury. And we would counter from this position, Angerin wide to Lee. And this is a good chance for the youngster to break against Darboe. Darboe's quite quick though, so he has to cut back inside to McDonald, does really well. And then just when I think he's going to lay Lee back in, he holds up the ball, plays it into Clare, who's in the box, and a fierce shot. Just parried away, he spills it in the box, Morosi. And then 20 minutes to go. It looks like we're struggling to get that second goal. Clare steals in at the front post after a good cross from Barbosi, and Dante probably thinking we're probably going to lose this match. But 15 minutes left, Barbosa still up from the attack, lays it off to Tommy Paulson. We know he's not that great on his right, but he's fantastic on his left, and he smashes in the equaliser. Darboe this time out of position, and Tommy Paulson takes full advantage. He's doing well in rotation, I think. Tommy Paulson stepped up to the plate quite well on from that left wing. And then approaching the full-time whistle, you'll see Hiwula exchange passes with Westbrook, and possible claims for a penalty for Hiwula as he cuts in from the left-hand side. Matheson comes in and takes his legs. It's kind of like one of those sliding, standing challenges. And we'll just take a quick look at this. I don't think it is. It's just right on the fringes of the box. And then the layoff to Westbrook, and Matheson himself blocks it. Superb defending from him. And we'd come away here with the 2-2 draw. Not bad. And we take on MK Dons next in our league game. Let's see how we get on. So this is probably the acid test team MK Dons, who hover around the playoffs and top half of the table, and we're taking them on here at Gig Lane. Here's the lineup. We go for the jugular here. Usually we go 4-3-3, but because the quality of the opposition, we're going to try and snuff them out and try and dominate the game. And it's a more familiar 4-2-3-1 today, but hopefully we can score a couple of goals. And we'll be hoping that... And today King is probably favoured on the left-hand side to Armenicus. He seems to be still winning the battle. Inside to Fazzini. Invited to shoot. Oh, and he's dragged his shot wide. Mason. Into Villalba. Spins. And here's Mason into the box. Can he get a cross in? Oh, and Neris with a great interception. He just lofts it to Murray. Into Ampanzu. And now Berry can break. This is lovely football. Fitzpatrick into Ampanzu. Back to Fitzpatrick. And now here's Murray. Look at this counter-attack. Murray on the backspin. Can he shoot? Oh, and it's blocked by Moore Taylor. And cleared by MK Dons. Only as far as Fazzini, who wins the ball. Ampanzu into Fitzpatrick. Into King. Oh! And Declan King. Golden opportunity to the English youngster. Dunk. Checks back inside. Mason. Into Dunk. Back to Reeves. Ben Reeves. This is good football from MK Dons. Oh, lovely spin. Reeves gets it back. Reeves in. Oh, and a good save from Blackman. Crucial stop. Benabia. Wide to Fitzpatrick. He takes it onto his left and goes round Cargill. Oh, it's a fierce shot. And Moore has to make the stop. Swung in by Benabia. Murray gets a flick on. And Fitzpatrick is there. From the corner kick. It's the Irishman, Fitzpatrick. Yeah. He hasn't actually scored a hat-trick yet, but we're going to give him that name thanks to Tom. Fitzpatrick. Lovely control in the box. Didn't have a lot of time. And Danzy sees his side. You have to kind of score when you're on top. And we've done that. 26 minutes. And it's his third league goal of the season. Reeves goes by his man. Brilliant. McGrandles over to Villalba. And another good stop from Blackman. So at half-time, we're dominating the play. And they came back into it a little bit. So we'll be cautious of that in the second half. Well won by Ampanzu. Fitzpatrick. Into Benabia. Lovely skill from the Moroccan. Fitzpatrick into Ampanzu. Great chance. Oh, and a ferocious finish from Pelly Riddick Ampanzu. How about this football from Berry? Lovely lofted pass. And that shot was unstoppable. McGrandles claiming offside. He thundered that in. He'd already scored a couple of goals for Luton. And Pelly Riddick Ampanzu gets his 6th league goal of the season. Benabia. Ampanzu. Into King. He's in behind the defence here. Chance for the third. Cross to the box. Oh, and cleared. And King's going to get his head to it. But Moore ends up gratefully saying thank you. Thiago. He's going to check back to Ampanzu. Both him and Fazzini running the show here. Benabia. More trickery. Fazzini to Fitzpatrick. And he's got a runner to the left. It's Declan King. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can. And Panzu's there. And it's his 7th. And Berry now have the 3rd goal. Declan King's cross into the 6-yard box. Possibly a goal contender for goal of the season with the movement and the way we sliced them open. And finally, I think MK Dons are buried. Literally, no pun intended there. Into Bowery. Oh, and a chance here. Reeves. And he's pulled a goal back. Is it just a consolation goal for Ben Reeves? The captain today. Smashes that in past Blackman. Danzy won't be happy that we've conceded that goal. Time running out here as Berry just keep hold of the ball. It's Shaw on the edge of the box to Murray. cuts inside. Murray looking for the shot. Oh, and he's won it. It's the fourth. Douglas Murray sticks the nail in the coffin. You can't let him onto that left foot. And the Scotsman fires in. It's a curling, fat, powerful shot into the corner. And Douglas Murray, I think that might be his third. It's his fourth league goal. The wide players are chipping in with goals. And the attacking players chipping in with goals. Danzy fist bumps the air. This was an acid test and we've passed it with flying colours. As we come off the field, our next match is against Salford and we should be capable of beating them even on their ground. It's a 4-1 win. Let me know what you think, guys. So, just some news around Gig Lane. Tabari Neris says don't count me out yet as he's willing to fight for his spot at Bury Football Club after the signing of Luke Matheson. He's feeling a little bit unsettled. I'm sure the Uruguayan will not be going anywhere. More information on the Armenica speculation. He's refused to sign a contract and he has 9 months left to prove his worth. And we did put a contract in front of him, but he's refused to sign it. So it might force us into a sale come January. That could be the end of Armenicus' career at Bury. Just a second round of highlights here as we take on Salford at Moor Lane. And just to try and condense the episode a little bit. Make sure we get everything in. And some highlights. So obviously gone with a full strength lineup. Want to go for the jugular again. Opening 7 minutes, Salford would get a chance here through Whitehead from the edge of the box. He's just wide from Blackman's goal. And a warning shot from Salford. And then it take around 16-17 minutes. We really got our hold on the game. Midfielders and Panzu and Fazzini dominating the play with a wonderful pass into Benabia, who accelerates into the box away from the centre back and just places his shot. You'll see there's a gaping hole. I think it's Pierre Gianni who's out of position. And Benabia just gets into the box here and just finesses it, curls it past the goalie. And that's the opening goal. Benabia's third goal of the league. And then on 32 minutes, lovely play from Murray and Fitzpatrick. You'll see here a couple of times Murray has a chance to shoot. He elects to pass and it's cut out, unfortunately. There's times where you think that Murray's going to shoot and he ends up passing, and then times when you think he's going to pass, he ends up shooting. I'm sure his production rate will get better. Benabia again with wonderful vision trying to set up Ampanzu, but it ends up getting intercepted. And then on the stroke of half time, Benabia would provide the assist for Fitzpatrick, who's in behind the defence and lashes it into the bottom corner for the second goal. And a nice comfortable insurance goal here from Fitzpatrick. Drags it across the goalie into the far corner. You see here on the replay, sees the space just inside the post. And in cruise control, Danzy knows here that we can't afford to throw it away. Benabia and Fitzpatrick back on the score sheet again at half time. And then approaching the hour, you'll see Benabia into Fazzini. Come back to Mpanzu. Lovely play here. King, just when you think he's going to cross it, he's going to try and cut in. He's looking for a shot, but instead exchanges passes with Fitzpatrick. And King says, go on then, get to the back post. And Fitzpatrick volleys in another goal. That's his 5th goal, I think, of the season. King getting an assist here. He hasn't... I think he's only scored once this season, but he's certainly helping from that right side with some assists. So that's why he's keeping Armenicus out of the side at the moment, is because Armenicus just can't create or score or set any up. So King's in there purely for the assists, and that is his 5th goal. Around the hour mark, you'll see Benabia here after Mpanzu wins the ball. Benabia with an audacious shot from like way out there. Neil was ready for it, but I'd imagine that Benabia will fancy a few of those this season. And then A few minutes later, and Panzu gets cleared down this left-hand side, plays in Fitzpatrick. You think he's going to shoot, tries to cross it, and then it's cleared by Salford only as far as Fazzini. And then he's going to play this into Murray. Torre gets the interception, goes back to Murray, I think he's going to score. He passes it behind him, and then Benabia with the vision to King, and then it's a good save from Neil. Absolutely crazy. This could have been 4 or 5, even 6-0. Had we put some of our chances away. Murray could have had a hat-trick if he'd have shot instead of passed. But we come away with a 3-0 win. It's a comfortable win. And we go into the final game against Luton Town. And hopefully, full of confidence, we'll win that one as well. I did take a look now at the EFL League One table after 10 games. We're leading by 5 points over Portsmouth and QPR, who are second and third. And then Peterborough and Bolton are 4th and 5th, Doncaster in 6th, and then just outside those playoff spots, Blackpool and Coventry in 7th and 8th. I'm going to just scroll down now and look at the rest of the table. Mid-table positions, Wimbledon, Lincoln, MK Dons. Luton Town, who got relegated from the Championship, have started slowly. They're in mid-table. Shrewsbury, Wickham, Forest Green and Plymouth Argyle 14th, 15th and 16th. Swindon Town and Burton Albion in 17th and 18th. Southend in 19th and Rotherham just outside the relegation places. And the relegation places taken by Oxford, Salford City, Bristol Rovers and newly promoted Bradford are struggling. No wins in 10 games. Over to the game now against Luton Town. So we're going to jump into the press conference and see what the media are focusing on ahead of the build-up to this match against Luton Town. I already mentioned going into this that Luton Town are in a bit of a false league position, and the press are focusing here on the challenge for the EFL League One title. Do we have what it takes? And I think we've made a fantastic start, and the whole squad's going to play a role in the form over the season, and that's quite right. And Luton Town will be up for it, will be up for it. As I mentioned, that we do want to make sure that we win these types of games. And I actually think that, like I said, Luton Town relegated from the Championship, not started well, and then we sniped Mpanzu from them before the end of the transfer window. But they are still a Championship side, you know, so it's not going to be easy. So there's a possibility that Luton could get a result here and halt our progress. We really need to be on our game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, what you think would be a good result against Luton Town here at home. We're going to jump into it and hopefully we can get a strong result against these guys. I mentioned that MK Dons was an acid test, but this is probably our best shot at playing a championship side. And this is the Luton Town lineup. We know ours. The one thing that we do have to be wary of here is that they're playing this diamond formation, and it allows the guy in the middle, Moncur, to get forward. He's got 4 or 5 goals from that position already this season. So when that ball gets crossed into the box, we've got to make sure that we're heading it wide and not back into a central position. It's been a positive start by Luton. Butterfield cuts back inside and he finds Moncur, and there's the runner corner. Danger here. Oh, and a good save from Blackman at his near post. He continues to impress. Crossed in. Headed up rather than away. Still headed up and headed away by Demiroglu finally. Berry retrieves it. And it's going to be crossed in by Moncur again and headed away. It's going to come out to Butterfield. And now Jones! Probably should have done better with that. Fairly central position. Benabia, good flick to Mpanzu. Fitzpatrick holds it up. It's taken about half an hour, but finally Berry have more of a footing in the game. Benabia's not going to cross it with his left. He's going to check back. And he's going to look to swing this in. And here's Fitzpatrick! The ball's in the back of the net. Oh, but it's not going to count. It's offside. And Fitzpatrick is livid with that. Look at how much it means to him representing Berry. He loves it. That cross comes in. You know what? He is offside. Here's Fitzpatrick. Goes wide to Murray. Murray takes on his... Whoa, what's going on there? We'll take another look at that. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Welcome to the Matrix. Haha. Crazy. Header well won. And Panzu. Fitzpatrick. Into Benabia. Great chance. Oh. And blocked. At the last minute. And at half time we're going to go in. It's 0-0. And it seemed for the first 30 minutes. For the longest time we couldn't create chances. And the back end of that first half we started to create some. As you can see, QPR leading Peterborough. At Oxford, 2-0 down at home to Portsmouth. We really need to win this game and get a result. Even though we're 5 points clear, we want to try and keep that advantage. Moncur into Collins. Back heel to Berry. And they're looking for that central shot, but we're crowding them out. Back to Berry. Referee plays advantage. Berry's going to take the shot and Fassini gets the block in. Last ditch defending. Good stuff from Fassini and Thiago will get it clear. Here come Luton. Tunnicliffe. Moncur checks back inside and Panzu tries to slide in. Tunnicliffe into Butterfield. Moncur to Collins. Back to Moncur. Oh, and a good save from Blackman again. They keep trying to look for that central shot. I knew they'd go for it. That's a good job we haven't Panzu in there with Fassini. Murray, wide, into Fassini, into Murray, and he's got clearer pots. This is a good run from the Scotsman. Is he going to cross it? No, he checks back. Murray into the box, they're backing away, into Fitzpatrick, chance, and a goal! That's what we're looking for. It's the Irish centre-forward Ian Fitzpatrick. And all credit to Douglas Murray for that setup. Still had plenty to do, but it's some typical centre-forward play from the Irishman. Wraps his foot round it onto his left, and you know what's coming, you just can't stop it. It's his 6th league goal. He's having a crack in September. Crossed in and fisted away by Sluga. Fassini out to Neris, he's got all acres of space all afternoon. Cross cut out though. They don't seem to be able to pick up Neris's runs, and at the moment the ball just keeps coming back to Luton and they can't seem to get out their own half. We've got to take advantage and get this second goal. Menekas checks back into Benabia, into Fassini, goes wide again to Neris. Lovely attacking play and Neris looking for the ball in, and there's Benabia. It's 2. There's the insurance goal. It's a lovely cross from the Uruguayan. It's so good that Benabia doesn't even need to jump for it. He just plants his header on it. He knows as long as he gets direction on it, the whip of the cross will take it in. And Benabia's 4th league goal as well. I think both him and Fitzpatrick are definitely going to get into double figures, and probably Murray as well. Tunnicliffe checks back inside, 5 minutes to go. Berry back to Tunnicliffe. Oh, and Blackman had to get his whole frame across to save that. Berry tries to send it forward, but Neris with an acrobatic interception. Fitzpatrick, lovely back heel into Angerin. Some great football by Berry here. And it's Szoboszlai into Armenicus. Goes round the outside of Bamba, and he's going to cross this in. There's Szoboszlai, and a good save from Sluga with his feet. Thiago hasn't got a foot to shoot with. And going to go wide to Fassini. Back to Neris again, who's had all oceans of space. He crosses it in, and Sluga saves. That is full time. Danzi fist bumps the air. It's a wonderful win. 2 goals to add to the bargain, and 3 points. It's gone better, probably better than we thought it could have done against championship rated Luton. And their dismal season continues. Ours continues with a flourish. And we're going to be in a title race here, I think, if we can keep this up. Let me know what you think. That's the end of episode 44, guys. And I do apologise if it ran over the allotted 20 minutes. I tried to cram everything in for you, so you got to see the league table and everything else going on around the club. Nevertheless, if you did enjoy it, please smash the like button and continue to support me. Join me on Monday when we take on Peterborough and Portsmouth in top of the table action from League One and hopefully maintain our winning run. I'll see you guys soon and have a good weekend.